doing live tarot early because I need to leave at 7. So we're going to give a whole hour and go a bit early. Starting early, leaving early. So it works today. So it is Wednesday. How's everyone doing on Wednesday? Is this a middle of the week there? Some people have Monday off. Middle of the week stream going for that. Libra Cusp, hello. How's it going? Glamour, hello. Happily Ever After, how's it going? Chrissy and Cece, hello. How are you? May I ask a question? Go right ahead. Go right ahead. We're going with live tarot readings. If you haven't been here before, I see a bunch of new people. Hit that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. And like as well. We have 700 videos to choose from. And tarot course. We have Lenormand course. We have a Thoth course. We have tons and tons of content. Happily Ever After. Hello. I Loves Tarot Mail. Hey, how are you? I saw you on another stream. What's coming towards me in love this month? Bethany, how's it going? Becky, hey, how are you? So, let's see. Let's do some shuffling up there. Libra Cusp. Jesse, hey, I'm great. How are you? It is Wednesday. Halfway done with the week already. And I have Monday off for President's Day, so it's going to be a great weekend. Get some videos cranked out this weekend and do some more of the medical tarot thing. And we have some decks coming in Friday. We got 2 brand new decks coming in. So, hey, trip to New Orleans. How will that be in March? Sage advice shared. Thank you so much for joining. Let's see, Becky, what should I do about Stephen? Well, I don't know. What should you do about Stephen? Let's try that out. So let's find out with Becky and find out what's going on with Stephen. So is Stephen misbehaving or what's going on there? Jennifer, hello. How's it going? Yes, please ask a question. So there is no list. Donations get done first, then I pick at random. So I pick at random so we don't have 50 job readings in a row. Brianna, hey, how's it going? Welcome. Thank you so much for joining. It looks busy. Oh, are we busy already? I have to leave a little early, so I started a little bit early there. So BA wants to know, what should I do about Stephen? All right, well, as always, disclaimer, this is only for entertainment purposes, and never make relationship decisions based upon a random dude reading your cards on YouTube. That's never a good idea. By the way, this is the Light Seers Tarot. I usually, if I don't show the tarot deck, I actually get a lot of people will ask, what is that first deck you used? What is that 17th deck that you used? Which one was that one? And I'd be like, I have no idea which one the 17th deck is. Mariel, hello, how's it going? Katie, howdy to you as well. How's it going? Larry, welcome, Larry. How are you doing? All right, there's the Light Seers Tarot. Chris, thank you so much for your subscription. I greatly appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and do that. We have 700 videos to choose from. I have courses on almost everything about tarot. This is a lot of tarot stuff in this room, I'll tell you that. Turn up the light a little bit. I think it was a bit dark when I looked at it the last time. Brianna, thank you so much for your donation. We'll get to your reading in just a second. Former boss. Oh, this is your emotional soulmate you're talking about? I hope he gives you a good reference. Let's find out in just a second. First, we're going to run into what you do about Stephen. Again, entertainment purposes only. The tower, blah, blah, blah. So is Stephen being bad, or is Stephen being a bit controversial, or what exactly is going on with Stephen? I have to know, because we're starting out with the 10 of Swords. Not exactly the best card. Yeah, not exactly the best card to answer what about Stephen. As well, we have the Tower and the 6 of Swords combined with pretty much one good card out of the mix. Well, the Ace is pretty good, right? The Ace is pretty good, the Ace of Swords. So let's see how that's going. Basically, I think that Stephen and yourself are having some issues. Master of the Obvious with the 10 of Swords. This traditionally in he is unblocked X. Okay, so you went into Facebook or whatever, and then you hit unblock. All right, cool. Catherine, hello. How's it going? May I say a word about your cards, please? Please do. I'd love to hear a word about the cards. He's unblocked X. Well, he does look like that had a bit of issues with Stephen in the past. They want to know, is there a list? There is no list. Donations take priority, then a pick completely at random. We do that to avoid 107 job readings in a row or 107 relationship readings in a row. I like random. But donations do get priority. Obviously, any tarot stream you go into, that's pretty much what you're going to get. So the Ten of Swords, there was that breakup. There was that disconnect and a lot of issues with that. Tarot Magician, hello. How's it going? Thank you so much for joining. But yeah, I mean, there was something that broke up the relationship. So you kind of have to wonder, is this something that you have fixed? Is this something that you have fixed? Or is this sort of hanging out in the distance because you just sort of want to try it again and see how it goes again? The Ace of Swords says you will have a good initial communication. I think there's that renewal of the, let's try to get back to the honeymoon period, or let's try to get back to normal, or let's go through that process to where we can get back to being a normal couple, and we can get back to some sort of normalcy in our lives. Unfortunately, then we hit the Tower. So it's almost like the things that hit you the initial time or hit you the first time are going to come back, which is why I ask, have you resolved those problems? Is this something that you fixed? The things that broke up in the last time, have you done any work with that? Because the Tower says it's going to sort of crumble down, and we're going to sort of have issues pretty much within, a fairly short period of time if you sort of get back together. I think the issues can get worked out, right? The Nine of Pentacles do say, the Nine of Pentacles does say that the issues are worth working out and the issues can get worked out. If you sort of want to really launch into this full steam, the Tower is going to hit pretty hard. But the Nine of Pentacles does say that there's some possibilities here. There's some great things that could come about as far as an earthly type read, right? The Nine of Pentacles is more of an earthly type read. Is that great emotional connection that you had initially? Maybe not. I mean, maybe a little bit, but maybe not long term. Is this something where you can really communicate? You can work out things. You can get really in sync with the communications? Maybe not. But do you want that comfort? Do you want that comfort feel? Do you want that kind of feel? I think you're going to get it with the Nine of Pentacles. But again, the Tower does say that this is not going to be at an easy rate or an easy clip. Six of Swords, I think ultimately it's not going to work out long term. Again, entertainment purposes only. But, I mean, the Six of Swords does say that someone's going to leave. Someone's going to just leave again. So if you're good with on-off, one-off relationships, let's go on again, off again, on again, off again. That's pretty cool. You probably blocked them for a reason. Again, the Tower says that reason will come back, and you will be reminded of why you broke up in the first place. Anyway, that is a reading. Let me know how that works out. Hanging out with the X is always fun. Yesenia, hello. How's it going? So good to see you again. CM, how's it going? Sweta, hey, Divine Empowerment. Hey, Divine Empowerment, good to see you. Ursula, it's good to see you as well. And welcome back, Bethany and Deja Vu. All right, if you check out my YouTube channel too, there you go. All right, let's see. Larry, we got Cinnamon Toast Toasty. Hey, how are you? Kimberly Corner is back in the house. Rita is back in the house as well as Chris. How is it going? Mariel Lopez and then Catherine Home. Here we go. Everybody's here. That's awesome. All right, let's see, what am I doing here? Okay, Brianna, so your emotional soulmate, will they give you a good reference? Let's find out about the emotional soulmate. All right, BS, ES, give me a good reference. I hope so. Emotional soulmates are pretty much for quite some time. They do last a while. And let's see, what is a good emotional soulmate? Give me a reference card. I'm thinking that it is going to be the Slow Tarot. The Slow Tarot. Slow Tarot is pretty good. I'm thinking so. Want to get a baby this year? How does Stephen feel about Amy? Kimberly, hey T.O. Hello, how's it going? Jesse wants to know any messages from me about the cards. Any messages for me from the cards. Yeah, Larry says all the regulars are here. Exactly. That's cool. Blah wants to know question below. All right, we'll get to that after Yesenia's general reading. So you sent, are you in a relationship? I think you had another reading, a couple of readings yesterday or the day before. Anyway, let me know. There you go. All right. Let's see. Got the Ten of Swords. We just had the Ten of Swords. Huh, that is interesting. So will they give you sort of a yes or no question? We'll find out. Kind of a lot of cards for a yes or no questions. I have to agree. Someone's watching. They're like, that's a lot of cards for a yes or no question. Should have been one card. Why can't you pull one card and put one card down and just do that? Because I like big spreads. I like big spreads. Well, pass background checks. Well, I hope so. You're single. Oh, that's right. You're single. Okay, cool. Emotional soulmate. We have a bunch of interesting things here. We have Ten of Swords. So, the Fool, the Knight of Cups, the Three of Wands. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say that their answers are sort of in the realm of obscure with some things. I think a good reference. Is this a personal reference or a job reference? I'm assuming a job reference, right? All right. So I think that they, I don't know, do they not like you or do they have some bad experiences with you? And I asked that for the obvious reason of the Ten of Swords starting to spread. But if you have a good friend or you have an emotional soulmate or you have somebody that you've known for a while, you work with for a while, you pretty much know that they're going to give you a good reference. Like all the people that I know that I would ask for a reference would give me a good reference and I wouldn't worry about it. But the fact that you're asking makes me wonder what is going on with the Ten of Swords. Why is the Ten of Swords even here? We do have pretty much positive cards after that, but we do have this. It sort of indicates that there's something in the back of their mind or something like that. So they are upset that I left. Okay. They're upset that you left. I don't think that's going to function as a negative indicator for the reference. I don't really think that's going to happen. The Seven of Corns, what is that? Success unfulfilled or something like that. I mean, that's sort of, I think that they're going to give you a good reference. I don't know. I don't think that they really hold that against you. I don't think there's something that you that you stabbed them in the back or you had a bad personality or something like that. But I don't know. I don't see that. I do see that they had some negative interactions with you. Some negative things have happened. I think they've moved past that, which sort of indicated by the Fool, right? They've moved past that. I don't think this is something they're going to obsess about. I don't think this is something they're going to stab you in the back about. I don't really see any negative indicators that they would give you a bad reference. And I would look for something like maybe the Ten of Swords, near the end, or the Ten of Swords kind of in the middle, or something to where you would get stabbed in the back. But they do feel a bit hurt, obviously, like you just said. Ama X, hello, how's it going? Thank you so much for your donation. But I mean, they were upset with that. But again, the Fool says that they've moved past that. They've moved forward. They've moved on. I don't think they're going to hold it against you. The Knight of Cups says they will give you a good reference. The Knight is looking back. The Knight is looking back across the water at a nice building, and he's holding the cup there. I think that the Knight is sort of indicating that he has a connection. He still has that emotional connection. He still has that watery feel, that emotional connection with you, and sort of looking back at the company or looking back at your job at the company. I think that he liked it. I mean, I don't think it went bad at all. So again, the Fool says he moved past that. I don't think it's going to be a problem. The first two cards are unusual, especially the Success Unfulfilled, but whatever. But the Three of Wands says that they're going to give you a good reference. They still have that connection. They still remember you. They still have a positive outlook from what you did. They still have a positive sort of look at you. And the Three of Wands sort of looking out into the distance with a bunch of people. I think they want to let you go into that distance, let you ride through that. It's obscured by chat. I think they want to let you ride through within that realm, or let you ride through to where you want to go in the bright sunshine with the clouds and everything else. I think that sort of indicates that they want you to be better, or they want you to be happy. And it's not something that they're going to hold it against you. Again, they did feel sort of slighted by what you did, etc., etc. But I mean, that's just behind them. I don't think that's going to bother them at all. But I think, yes, Yes or no question. I spent like a million years on a yes or no question, but I mean, it's Brianna. Brianna's the most awesome person I've ever met. So, you know, there you go. There you go. So yes, you will get a good reference. You will get a good reference. They want to see you be the best you can be. Anyway, yeah. All right, Missy's Enchanted Channel. Hello, how's it going? HX Simsy, long time no see. How's it going? You're back from Arizona. Missed the streams? I'm doing well, HX Simsy. Thank you for hanging out. Carrot Top Girl, what is going on? You had a lovely experience with a cancer man. Well, that sounds fun. That sounds fun there. So Yesenia wants a general love reading. So we're going to find out what is going on with Yesenia. General love reading. All right. Find out about that. What is a good general love reading deck? I'm thinking it's going to be the wheel. Got to do the wheel. Got to do the wheel at least once a night. Good in you. I'm doing great. It is Wednesday, hump day. I have a commitment at 7, as you can see right there. So I got to bail at 7 CST, but that's a good 35 minutes, and we're going to get a ton of tarot in between the 35 minutes. I'm telling you that right now. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. We're going to do some general readings, some love readings, some job readings. Do a little bit of everything tonight. What do my guys want me to know about Aries? Hey, y'all. Arizona Cusp Baby. Oh, there you go. All right. Kimber, hello. By the way, a lot of new people tonight. Thank you for joining me. I'm TarotOracle. I do YouTube. Duh. And I have 700 videos to choose from. We have a metric ton. I've been here 10 years. I've been on YouTube 10 years doing tarot. So we have literally a stack of videos to choose from. Courses, we have astrology stuff. We have Lenormand. We have Thoth. If you've always wanted to learn how to read the Thoth, you can learn. I go through every single card. If you want to learn tarot, but you're confused, you have no idea, I teach you my method that I made up that lets you learn tarot in like a couple hours. You'll be reading tarot. No problem. Go check that out. It's called the Complete Tarot Course. Now we're starting medical tarot, to where you could associate tarot cards with parts of your body and you know, the pun intended, I guess, but you know, systems in your body and processes in your body, etc., etc. So it'd be a lot of fun to do that. Watch my intro video released today. Check it out. Jay Flower, hello. How's it going? And let's see who else joined. Let's see, Marielle. Catherine Holm, thank you so much for the dollar. I appreciate it. There you go. Go to Kickstarter. Well, no, Kickstarter, the deck is, I think that's done. I think we're done with that one. I think we're just going to print the Kickstarter deck and put it on Etsy. And everybody can get it from Etsy sometime in the future. There you go. There you go. All right. Anyway, back to this. Love reading. You already met someone. Who did you meet? Yesenia? Yesenia. Let me know. Who did you meet? What's going on with the magician? You met somebody already. I think you've met somebody already. Are you dating them? Or are you dating this person? Or what is happening with here? Either you met them or you broke up with them. The Five of Cups indicates a bit of that abandonment feel there. Things are not going as well as hoped. See the intro videos there? You just backed it. There you go. Okay, well, cool. Well, thank you for backing it. Hope it makes it. Yeah, the Thoth video is awesome. Cool. I appreciate it. All right. You met somebody or you're going to meet somebody, but literally the magician. I think this is a player. I think you're in for a player. How's Mercury retrograde treating you? I guess it's okay. I don't know. You're about to meet somebody, the magician. I think you're meeting a player. I think this person is sort of interested in you. They're not going to be interested in you for like a long period of time. The Five of Cups points to the bit of that player aura. I had player aura that is going on there. A bit of that upset and a bit of that emotional manipulation with you. And it seems like that's, you know, pretty much what they do all the time, but they are good at it. I mean, the magician is, you know, very good at talking to you, very good at making you feel comfortable, making you feel like they enjoy your company and things like that. I think they do for a short period of time, but it's not going to be something long-term to where you're going to be in a long-term relationship and everything is going to be roses and puppies and things like that. The Queen of Wands, I think you're going to recognize this fairly quickly. And pretty much call them on it and find out what's going on. Be like, this doesn't feel right. Something's weird about that. But, that's just the way it goes. After that, you pretty much want to take a little bit of a break. And during the break, I think you find someone else. I think you have an opportunity to find someone else that's going to be more of a long-term relationship, more of a suitable relationship. So let's talk about the player so we can sort of avoid him and figure out how he works. The Magician, again, talking about Mercury. I believe we're talking about a fire sign here. Maybe Aries or just, any fire sign. I think it's going to have that feel that they like to go out and do things. They like to take charge. They are very assertive in how they sort of, want to court and date and things like that. And they know what they're doing. And they're good at communication. They're good at making you feel comfortable. Again, it's going to be something to where it's hard to spot because you're just sort of in the moment, right? You're just sort of in the moment with that. You do sort of get an indicator. The first thing you should ask this person is about their family, because I don't think they're very close to their family, which is always a bad sign, right? You're dating someone, they're not really close to their family. If you're not close to your family and you're in chat, no offense, no offense. I'm just saying, if you're dating a guy and he's not close to his mom, something's up. My opinion. I'm just a random fat dude on YouTube. My opinion that guys should be close to their mom. You gotta love mom. If mom ain't happy, nobody's happy. But anyway, ask them about their family and find out about that. I think you're going to get a couple of indicators pretty quick that this is going to be somebody you not want to hang out with for a long term. Queen of Wands, again, you're going to be pretty quick in finding this person out. And, even if you wanted to get into a short-term relationship with them, maybe you want to do that, then, it's up to you. But the Hermit, I think you're going to take a little break and then you're going to find somebody a bit more promising. But that is sort of how it goes. Let us know about the fire sign player. It doesn't sound like something somebody you want to hang out with forever. But if you want a short-term relationship, then that could be something. Antonia, hello, how's it going? How are you? I love a message from my mom who has crossed. Oh, I'm sorry to hear, AJ Shimsy. General love reading. There we go. Blah says, question below. Now, Blah had a good question. Will I pass a background check? How do you figure that out with tarot cards? That's a new one. I'm just here to tell you that all of you, everybody in chat, are just wonderful. You come up with the best questions. I've done psychic fairs for how long did I do a psychic fair? Like 9 years? Yeah, about 9 years I did psychic fairs. I've never had some of the questions that you ask. You ask some very unique and cool questions. I've never had that. Will I pass background checks? I love everybody in chat. Valentine's Day is coming up Friday. We're having a special Valentine's Friday. We're going to use all love decks and we're going to answer love questions and we're going to spend some extra time with all of you people and just showing the love. We're going to have love animations. It's going to be awesome. All right. What am I doing here? I'm doing the Anna K Tarot. Anna K Tarot is awesome. Something I've been wanting to ask for. I'd love to do a psychic fair. Psychic fairs are freaking hard. Psychic fairs are really weird. I need to do a video just on psychic fairs. How to survive a psychic fair. I realize they're all different. I read at 3 different psychic fairs. So basically every Saturday I go to a psychic fair. Anyway, so that was an interesting experience. I've had quite a few unusual questions out of psychic fairs for sure. I've had days where I had no customers. I've had days to where I had a line of people waiting to talk to me. Who'd have thought? That happens every day, every night in chat. I have that happen. But in reality, or real life, it's very rare. Did I put the green screen? No green screen. I think I disabled it. If you turn off this application and you don't wait, it won't save your settings, and so the green screen doesn't save. Anyway. All right. Will you pass a background check? Okay, how do we figure that out with tarot? Now, somebody's asking. Somebody's watching like, all right, How's this dude going to figure this out? Background checks. Where are we sort of going with that? There is a person doing the background check, obviously, and you want to determine the background check is going to be good or not based upon positive or negative cards. So we have an interesting combination here. So Larry was asking about my tarot method, about the queen and the page. You got a couple of court cards. How do you sort of turn those into more meaningful cards? Well, you pull another card out and you put it with the court card. So you have a court card plus another card. So that sort of gives you an idea of what this particular person is doing and gives you a bit of extra meaning, if that makes sense, within these. So answers Larry's question from yesterday again. If you do have a court card and you're confused about it, just pull another card. And that's covered with one of my videos, by the way. So, yeah. Anyway, so the Ace of Pentacles. I do think that you have a strong opportunity to get the job. I do think you have a strong opportunity to get the job, which sort of translates, again, Ace of Pentacles is the birth of something earthly, or the birth of something. So if you're looking for a job, if you're looking for something that relates to a job, a good cards would be the Ace of Pentacles. Wow, JR Jocelyn, thank you so much. And Libra Cuss, thank you so much as well. We'll get to those readings in just a second. But the Ace of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, those are going to be some good cards that you sort of roll into for getting a job. So we do have a good card for the job. Now we have a bad card, which is going to be the conflict. I do think that you have conflicting things come up within your background check. And a background check is not a yes or no answer. A background check is not a Boolean flag, right? Any programmers just laughed. Anyway, it's not a Boolean flag to where you have true or false. A background check can pull up something, but then, so let's say that you had a fight with somebody, like a friend, right? You and your friend got in a fight over something. You start punching each other. Somebody called 911, and now you have a fight on your record. Is that going to stop you from getting a job? It depends on the job. It depends on the job. It could, if they have absolutely zero tolerance for anything, and they say, hey, you know, you got a fight when you were 18 or whatever with your friend. But it also could be like people are just like, dude, it's a fight with his friend. Who cares? So that's going to sort of come up. So I do think you have some conflicting items, as pointed to by the Five of Wands, the fight card, the not fight club. You know, it's not a bar of soap. It's the fight card. So Rachel, hello, how's it going? Thank you so much for joining. So you do have some conflicting things. And that sort of makes sense because Blah did ask the question, will I pass a background check? If Blah didn't have anything interesting on his record, he wouldn't be asking the question, right? If Blah was a really boring person, I guess, and didn't have anything at all anywhere, then he wouldn't be asking the question. So we're looking at some conflicting things on the background check pointed with the Five of Wands. Now we're going into the Queen of Page. Now some people need to look at that Five of Wands and figure out, should I hire Blah or not? What did I just find? And Blah knows what they just found. Let us know, by the way, Blah, what they just found. But yeah, so we have two people looking at it. So what is their decision? What is their decision based upon Blah's fight that he got in his friend when he was 18? I think, again, we have two people. I believe one is going to look at it and find it a bit on the negative side. Whatever's there, Blah, a bit on the negative side. Catherine, thank you so much for joining. See you later. A bit on the negative side, and they're not really going to want to hire you. Another one is looking at it a bit on the positive side, and I don't think that that they're going to prevent you from being hired. So we have a tie. We have a tie. One person says no, one person says maybe, basically. So we'll draw one card as a tiebreaker, and we'll use that card to determine if you're going to get hired or not based upon that. Judgment. The rebirth. I don't think that they're going to really hold it against you. Job records. Okay, I don't think they're going to hold it against you. I think Judgment says you will get hired. Judgment is the rebirth. People coming out of the cave in this instance. In other decks, people coming out of graves and whatnot, coffins, etc. But I think you're going to get hired. That says yes. I would have liked to see two positive cards here, and I would have come out with a yes as well, but that is the tiebreaker and says yes, you will get hired. So anyway, so anybody ever gets this question, that's how I would approach it. That is how I would approach it. And if you get a lot of court cards and you're kind of confused and you're like, I really don't know how this relates to the question, then, you know, that's how you can sort of remedy that a bit. So that blah, hopefully that answers your question. How will my job at Capgemini go? I'm not sure what Capgemini is. It sounds familiar. I've heard of it before. AX, how will my job at C go? Okay, let's find out about that. Mom Bear, welcome. It's so good to see you. Hello. Let's see. John, hey, how's it going, John? Welcome. We are giving a reading here, and I think we're going to use the Pre-Raphaelite Tarot. I do enjoy the Pre-Raphaelite Tarot. It's very good. Very good. All right, we got a hard stop in 20 minutes as per the text right there. Need to leave at 7 p.m. I have a commitment, a prior commitment. So I started early, by the way. So I got a full hour in there. Started out with Brianna's reading, and it looks like that Brianna will get a good reference. And Brianna, I hope that you get that job. That sounds very exciting. I think that's going to be awesome. And we'll find out about that. So Brianna let us know. Well, this is odd. That's the same card I got before. That's the same card we got yesterday as the first card. But sure. Whoops. Need to turn that off. There we go. Sure, John, how's it going? Thank you so much for your donation. We'll get you a general reading here. So, how will my job at C go? Yeah, I do think that you'll be pretty focused on it. I think they have a lot of things for you to do. I think they have things lined up for you. I don't think you're going to go in and be bored. You know, the jobs you go in and you're just like, I have nothing to do. They're setting up my computer over there and they're getting my access over here. I'm getting network access tomorrow. I'm bored. I don't think it's that one. I think that they're ready for you to hit the ground running. They definitely want to get use of you. No questions asked about that. I do believe it's going to be an emotionally satisfying job. I think there's a lot of people there that you're going to be able to relate to, be able to hang out with. I do think you're going to make some friends there very quickly and all of that good stuff. Does TarotOracle use PayPal? No. But yeah, I think it's going to be great. And I think it's going to be emotionally satisfying. It's going to be something that you can enjoy, something that you can make friends with. That's where the Nine of Cups is going. Something that you can make friends with and make people there are going to be nice. Your manager is going to be pretty nice. I mean, they're not going to be one of those micromanaging types, et cetera, et cetera. I do think that you'll end up, not being there for a long period of time. I think that you leave, basically. You'll end up leaving. By the way, entertainment purposes only. Never make career decisions based upon a random fat man reading your cards on YouTube. Thank you. But I do think that you'll leave. I think you just get bored of it. I think that you find something else, you get bored of it. I don't think there's something you're in for a long term. It's going to be a short-term relationship, as I say. A short-term relationship, as I say. So, yeah. Sid Foley, welcome. So good to see you. I subscribe to your channel, Sid. Larry, I subscribe to your channel as well. Even though you have no content, I subscribed anyway because I love you both. I love you both. So I do think that you end up leaving. The Three of Wands really points to that looking outward or looking at something else or looking past that into something different. And I think you want something different after a while. Does that mean immediately? No. I think this is a good job. I think it's some place that you really enjoy yourself. Do I think you'll stay there forever? No. I think that you'll be pretty bored, and I think that you end up bailing. You'll end up bailing. You will leave. Exit. Stage left. Kimber Aquarius, thank you so much for your subscribing to this man for a long time. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You will exit stage left. Catherine Home left. Speaking of exit stage left, Catherine Home left and donated $1. Thank you, Catherine. I greatly appreciate it. Hope everything is working out with a court case and whatnot. Catherine Home, a question? Catherine Home may be watching later. I'm checking to see if she had a question. I don't see one. Catherine, if you had a question, please email me. You know my email. Shoot me an email. Let me know what you wanted to know. How does Stephen feel about Amy? Let's find out about that. Libra Cusp, thank you for joining me. I greatly appreciate it. How does Stephen feel about Amy? Let's find out about Stephen and Amy. Oh, Divine Empowerment, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. What actions are available? Time to grow my YouTube channel faster. Okay, let's find out about that. That would be pretty cool. I'm not sure. MX 100. What is MX? Does anybody know what denomination that is? Does anybody know what is that? I'm not sure what country that's from. I have to Google it, but I'm busy reading tarot. Otherwise, I would have Googled it. But I'll find out. Thank you so much for your donation, by the way. Greatly appreciate it. Let's see. Okay, now I'm curious. Everybody in chat is like, MX100. And I have a limited time. Did I put the right thing? I put max. My autocorrect, max. MX, Mexican, is that Mexican peso? That's MSN? Mexican peso, I think. Let's do convert. All right, let's go from Mexican peso of 100 to, it's about $5, guys. It's all right. It's all right. Thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. Mexican peso. Cool. So anyway, how does Stephen S. feel about Amy C? Let's find out and see what's going on. I think a good Stephen S. deck, by the way, would be the Tarot in Wonderland. Everyone loves the Tarot in Wonderland. There we go. Cool. Had too much fun in Mexico. I can never go back. Mexico's a great place to vacation, great place to hang out. My friend, he does properties in Mexico, and he's making quite a lot of money. He is making quite the bank doing property sales in Mexico. All right. Okay, let's find out about this and see what Stephen feels about Amy. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully is good. Oh yeah, Tarot Magician lives in the south part. That's right. I remember that. Cool. Tarot Magician, by the way, if I do release my deck, I owe you a free one. And I will send it your way. Send it your way for being an awesome person. Thank you so much for hanging out here and just moderating. I appreciate you just join and moderate. That's awesome. I owe you a deck and a book, and if any other bonuses are in there, I'm going to give you whatever bonuses are in the thing. So here we go. I'm going to post videos on YouTube. Anyway, all right, so let's find out about Stephen feel about Amy. 3 of Wands, the 9 of Wands, Knight of Cups, the Lovers, and the 5 of Pentacles. This is a complex reading right here. I thought this was going to be fairly simple. Does not look fairly simple at all. So the 3 of Wands with a combo with the 9 of Wands. I believe that Stephen does have some trepidation about sort of going all in. Stephen has that trepidation about going all in. Maybe it's something to do with what he already knows about Amy. Maybe it's something that a signal or clue that Amy sort of gives out, but there does seem to be a bit of trepidation as far as just going all in, right? The 9 of Wands being that defensive feel, and the 3 of Wands sort of looking outward and trying to figure out what's going on, because Amy is confusing sometimes. Amy does things a bit different. Amy has ideas that are maybe a bit out of the norm. Well, not out of the norm, but out of the norm as far as he's concerned, his perception. So this is about Stephen. Ghetto Flamingo, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. But, I mean, yeah, he does have some trepidation about going all in. Would he be there? I mean, is this sort of a relationship that he wants to be in? Sure. Does he want to be there forever? I mean, it does look like that he has some doubts. 9 of Cups, again, points to that. A bit of moving backwards in time. A bit of maybe Amy was different a while back and he sort of wants to get back to that. And a lot of things that Amy does is confusing as far as he's concerned. What does he really feel? What does he really feel? How does he want to sort of dive into the relationship? The Lover says that he's willing to commit. He's willing to go all the way. He's willing to do that. But again, there's that trepidation for that commitment. Again, there's some signals that he's sort of concerned about. And, that's just how it goes. The 5 of Pentacles, will this ultimately work out? Let me move this out of the chat. Will this ultimately work out? The 5 of Pentacles says, maybe it's going to be difficult. Maybe it's going to be difficult. The 5 of Pentacles is not a good card for sort of that reading of how things are going to work out. And it could be issues with doing this long term, or issues with going all the way full steam, going all the way. We could have long-term issues with the Five of Pentacles. Is it something that can be worked out? Of course, but yeah, it's going to be, I mean, it's going to be a bit of a stretch as far as that's concerned. Anyway, but this is entertainment purposes only, by the way. Never make relationship decisions based upon a random fat guy on YouTube reading tarot cards. Anyway, so JR wants to know general reading for March. We have a ton of donations. Okay, so let me talk for a minute. I have to leave early because I have a commitment here in 11 minutes. So if you donated, I will guarantee to get you a reading tomorrow and a separate video. So you'll see a separate video called Readings from Yesterday or whatever like that. Subscribe, hit the bell, and you'll see your reading come up in a video, either later tonight or tomorrow when I get home from work. So, but you will get a reading. I promise you will get a reading. Just not maybe tonight, but I will look and get everybody hooked up. So general reading for March, JR wants to know. We'll check that out. Normally, I can just go as long as I want. But tonight, got a commitment. I know. How did I get a real life? I'm not sure. I'm not sure where it came from, but I have stumbled into the real life. I'm gonna have to fix that. Real life has to be put on hold. We have tarot to do. We do. Whoa. Okay. That card wants to be in the general reading for sure. And we'll find out about the general reading coming up here. I think we got time for one more after this. And then everyone else, I'll get you a separate video tomorrow. Again, I apologize. I did start way, way early in hopes of getting everybody in. All right. So, Temperance, King of Wands, Hangman, Moon. I think the stuff that you've been working on, let's see, where are you? This is Jocelyn. Some of the stuff that you've been working on that you haven't had time to do, I think you're going to have more time to do it. I think you're going to have a lull. Basically, March is going to be a lull, right? A lull. Things are not going to be as exciting as they have been, possibly in February or last year or what have you. It looks like we have a bit of a lull coming, right? We sort of have the moon, the hanged man. Things sort of slow down. They progressively slow down, and it's going to be a situation where you're going to have to find some things to do within the periods of that time. So you can do two things. We can do the waste time watching TV or whatever, but Temperance says you're not going to do that. We have a lot of majors lined up. We have 3 majors lined up, and they all are saying that you're going to find that one thing that you've been putting off to start. You're going to start that. You're going to have more time for that. And it's also good because you have more time for things that you've been putting off as well, as far as communicating with the family, communicating with some other people that you've had, doing your taxes or whatever that you've been doing or whatever you need to be doing. You're going to have more time for that. You're going to have a bit of a break, a bit of a lull. Things are not going to move as fast. It's almost going to be like that time stands still in a lot of ways. You're just going to be doing something and time is just not moving. And that's kind of sort of how it feels within March. March is going to be that feeling. And Divine Empowerment, who is he reading for? JR, that would be Jocelyn right there. So you're going to have extra time to do so. And I suggest that you put that towards stuff that you've been interested in, stuff that you've been putting off, stuff that you haven't had time for before. But that's going to be a big factor in March. March is going to be a big factor as far as that's concerned. You do have someone that's been bothering you about various things, someone who's sort of annoying in a lot of different ways, either on social media or somebody you've been talking to. And that person is going to ease up a bit. They're not going to be as prominent in your life. They're not going to be as annoying. They're not going to want as much from you as they have previously. I think they're going to let up a bit. So good news all around. A bit of a lull, not much action. We're not going to meet our soulmate in March. We're not going to, we're not going to have some $1 million lottery winnings in March. It's just going to be a bit of a lull. People that have been bothering you are going to let up a little bit, and that's going to be a good thing. And again, the Two of Pentacles, make the proper choices during the lull of March and go forth with stuff that you've been delaying. Get the communication going with the people that you haven't been communicating with, and just catch up with people. It's time to catch up. And that's good because we can get a lot of catching up with friends. Go out with friends, be like, hey, I haven't talked to this friend in forever. I haven't talked to them in forever. And it's going to be a great opportunity to catch up with them and get going with that. Anyway, I need $1 million lottery as well. That would be awesome. If I win $1 million, by the way, I'm going to spend all my streams giving stuff away. I'm just going to buy stuff. I'm just going to be like, I think that this person should have a free deck of tarot cards. Let us know what deck you want. That would be cool, right? Just like this giveaway stream every night. It'd be like, yeah, go ahead and buy this. Here's your money. Okay, so John, I have a reading for you tomorrow in a separate video. In the same video, we'll have Divine Empowerment, and we'll have Ghetto Flamingo in there as well. So all three of you will get readings tomorrow. Again, I apologize. I usually get them done on stream, but real life has hit me tonight and we have to go. So thank you all so much for watching. We topped out at 50. We topped out at 50 people watching. That is so awesome. I appreciate all of you. And we'll see you tomorrow night.